Hey you guys, welcome back to another dragon fruit episode. I'm so excited about this episode because we are going to be planting out these rare varieties of dragon fruits that I've been growing in different places in the garden now, and it's definitely time to get them in this big pot. Now in the previous episode, I've shown you guys how I've mounted this 8 feet dragon fruit trellis, secured it on the wall, and yeah, if you guys are looking for any creative solutions for your garden, be sure to check out my gardening DIY and that episode on installing the dragon fruit trellis. I'll link it down below for you. Before I get started planting, I'm just going to do the very last step of the installation, which is to protect the bottom portion of the post. Now, I already have treated this with some eco-friendly wood treatment to extend the use of this trellis. And then I saw some videos of people using this white vinyl cover. This looks like a tubing thing for post. So that's actually perfect for dragon fruit post. I highly recommend that you do it that way. In my case, because I already built this, I don't feel like unscrewing and taking things apart to put that tube to cover the post. Another solution I've thought of doing is using the leftover liner that I'll be using for the raised beds. That's right, I just got a couple of raised beds. I'm so excited to start installing, putting the liners down, and yeah, I'll have an episode of how I put together raised beds, so be sure to check that one out. That'll be coming soon. I got some leftover of those pool liners, so I'm going to just use that and wrap the bottom portion of this post. I have 2 pieces here. The first piece I've measured out from the bottom of the post all the way to the height that I want this liner to end, which I decided to be about a couple inches above the level of this container. I think that's kind of give me a little bit of a safety net there, especially if I need to replace. I am going to use this waterproof sealing kind of a tape to tape it up. So in case I need to change out the tape or add more on, it would be easier for me to access since it is going to be much higher than the soil level. And then the second, oh yeah, and then you got to make sure that you have this overlap it a bit. I have it overlap maybe about 20 or 25% of the wraparound. This material is really thick, so I don't need to do like a wraparound twice. If you have a thinner material, you might want to do that just in case. And then the second sheet, I'm going to tape it from maybe like halfway down from this concrete block so that it really can do a good job sealing up, preventing the water and the soil from getting in. And then it's going to end under the soil line so that it kind of covers up the imperfections. This is the tape I decided to go with. This is an Aqua seal tape. You can even work with this sort of tape underwater, like trying to fix your fish tank leak or something, or your hoses. So it would work on plastic, wood, and metal. This is a really supposed to be super sticky sort of a patch, so I think that should be pretty good. Let's get started. This is the pool liner. It feels pretty thick and durable. There's one side that's matte, and then the other side is that glossy finish. I'm going to have the glossy finish side have contact with soil. Love this thing. Woo! Okay. So I'm just gonna wipe this one down. Okay, so now I'm gonna tape this up. This thing is super sticky and it comes only like 5 yards. So let's just measure out the length I need this to be. Alright, let's get this on. Just this way. There's the first seal. Try to press out any air bubbles. Okay, this next one. around like that. Same thing, I'm just gonna work my way from the top down. Just gonna have this tape overlap a little bit. Maybe up to here. All right, looks good. Yay! Good luck. Okay, so the next one, just make sure it's below the line, the soil line. Just basically fold it in a little bit on the parts that had a lot of extra material. Just kind of fold it down and taped it up. And now I'm just going to cut down this extra that we don't need. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna put tape all around these opening areas and I will get right back to you guys. I'm going to be reusing some potting soil that's going in the bottom of this pot, and then the fresh soil is going to go on top. I'm just going to replenish it with some 444 balanced climate guard fertilizer, which I have put in this bag or this container. It's just so much easier for me to pour this in. Make sure not to break this stuff. Let's get some rock dust in here as well. This is some ocean forest. Hey you guys, so last night I have prepared the soil, poured it just about, maybe I can use a little more soil right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started with pruning this dragon fruit. Now the largest pot of the dragon fruits, I actually got 2 dragon fruit plants that are in 5-gallon pots, so it's pretty crazy. I've grown, you know, these dragon fruit plants, I've had them for about anywhere between 2 to even 4 years. I know it's so crazy. There's just I just don't know where to put them until now I figured out this space. Now normally people would not mix the red dragon fruits and the yellow dragon fruits together, just because different varieties would, some have more fast growing, hardy, aggressive root system. So the red one tends to grow a lot faster than the yellow ones. People don't tend to like mixing the varieties that way. However, I don't think I really have a choice here. I mean, I want to grow so many things here. I love so many plants. So I guess we'll just put them in and I'll keep you guys updated to see how all the different varieties grow together. I do have a friend who's actually, he has a theory thinking that it's a good idea to put a variety that grows more aggressively than the other together, especially in a big pot, because I'm just concerned if sometimes if there's rain in the winter, it might cause rotting because of, you know, just being such a big container with all the soil moisture, that having a plant with a strong root system might be good, because then they would help kind of draw out a lot more of that moisture in the soil. Now dragon fruits, they're really not too different than, you know, growing other plants if you understand the concept of basically when you prune something, like on the top part, once you cut off the top, it's going to stop the growth, you know, the plant from growing upwards. And what happens is that it would start branching out on the sides, and usually that's how you would get a plant to get more full and like more like a bush rather than like a straight up tree, is to chop off the top, right? It's the same thing with dragon fruit plants. You cut off the top And then it's going to force the sides, these nodes are all on the side in between all of these areas. That's going to allow these shoots to grow out sideways. So the idea here is that you want to kind of train them, especially in my small space. I don't want them to be branching all over the place. If you have that sort of space, there are people that grow them in like a fence, you know, and let them just kind of climb and go crazy and hang over the fence, and they have, you know, enough sun in that spot for them to flower. But in my case, I'm going to try to keep them kind of neat and just keep them trailing all the way up until they reach to the top. Right now, what I will be doing is prune this off, because the more I prune this plant, the easier it's going to be for me to take it out of this pot and to transplant. I'm just going to remove some of these and pot them, get them started as new plants. All right, so this one has rooted. I definitely can get this repotted. Okay, this side branch here, let's go ahead and just cut this off. The more I prune away, the easier my job will be. Thank you, pot. Just gonna cut along here. There we go. Okay. Oh boy, there's an ant farm underneath. The ants have been farming. This is just a mostly eco-friendly dish soap and water with a little bit of peppermint essential oil I put in, just a few drops. That's enough to get rid of the ants. Here we go. I'm going to try to move this, position it to where I want it. Scoot it. Almost there. Almost there. I had it on the wrong side, you guys. That should have been here, not there. Okay. I'm gonna put some soil in here, fill this up a little more, then I can plant in the smaller pots. Oh my god, the really long one broke. So this is the kind of tape that would stretch. This is the thicker one I got just to make sure it stays secure until the roots would grow out and kind of latch onto the post. Let's bring you guys in a little closer so you can see which stems I decide to prune. This is the back side of it. As you can see, there are still quite a few branches here that I need to prune away. I was so frustrated with myself when one of the stems that's really long was probably climbing 2/3 of the way up to this trellis. That one broke when I was moving it to transplant. So now what's left is basically this. I'm trying to decide which ones to grow. So you can see this one is climbing up, but it's a really young one. And I'm thinking I should just have this one take over instead. You see how the height difference? It's not, this one's not taller by the mature one by that much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that one. Thank you. The side shoots. Next one I'm going to be planting is this one. I was given a few special varieties. Oh no, the writing is gone on there from Baking Sun. I'm gonna put new tags on these things after I try to figure out what these ones are, you guys. This, you can actually write, you know, with a Sharpie on the dragon fruits, but I can't find where this one says anymore. This one might be a yellow one, I think. Okay. So this one's gonna go maybe oh, excuse me, right here. Yeah, maybe this one can go on this side, like that. And then I'm trying to figure out what this one is. I have to be so careful with this. Nice. Okay. How do you guys think it should go? Like that? And then cut off the side shoots. Even though dragon fruit is a cactus, but it is a tropical cactus, it does need a lot of nutrients. So be sure to give them a really good potting soil. Just try to bring them up a little, like that right there. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, guys. Woo! All right, let's tape you up before you fall. That's why you guys don't slack off on your planting, because it gets actually a lot harder to work with when it's so big. Maybe just like that. Cut off that little one. And cut off the side. Besides the red variety that I'm growing in the backside, I got quite a few that are rare in America because my friend's friend got it from another country and all that. So we don't even know the name or the type or how it would look until they're going to fruit. I'm just gonna go ahead and prune off the side shoots. Thank you. Just loosely tie this up for now. Finally, you guys have a new home. Oh. This is actually the mystery plant. The label says question mark on it. Ow. Oh my goodness, you guys, the job is finally complete. I am so happy with it. Of course, there was a couple of times that there were some really long stems that has broken off, but you know, this is a really long one. And the one in the front is actually a variety, a type of a yellow one that I've been growing for about, I think, 4 years now. So, but in a very inappropriate space. It was tucked in a corner with all the grass jelly vine growing all over it. So it took quite a while to kind of remove it. I was trying to save as much of the jelly vine and these branches as possible while trying to get this done. So I'm really glad that I finally got to trellis all the way up, and it's actually already has reached the top. So I'm going to just kind of snip off that tip of that top one so that it can start branching out and start creating that cascading effect. So yay, tomorrow is gonna rain. It's gonna be, I'm so glad I got to finish this on time. I can't wait to see when they start flowering. That's going to be when the warmer season will come again. Then we'll get to find out what the mystery varieties are here. So be sure to follow me here on this channel so that you can see some updates on this as well as other things in the garden. If you guys want to check out some seeds and plants, don't forget to check out my shop. I'll leave a link of that as well as all the materials that I've used in this project in the description box below, you guys. Thank you so much to join me in this crazy project. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell notification button so that you can get updates when a new video is out. I will see you guys very soon, right back here on this channel. Bye, guys.